Hello everyone. Today once again I am here with the chapter called Poverty as a Challenge for Class 9. Already I have made many videos of chapter 2 People as Resource. So today I have started this new chapter which is called Poverty as a Challenge. So in this chapter you are going to learn or know about the one of the difficult challenges that many countries are facing, and in our country also we have got independence in 1947, and in this year in 2020 what we see that one fourth of our population, they are suffering from poverty. And so in this chapter I'm going to discuss that how poverty is a multi-dimensional problem, because by this problem so many other problems arises. Poverty, due to poverty people are unable to get proper nutritious food. They are unable to send their children for education. They are having bigger families, landlessness, and many more causes, which is due to this single problem called poverty. So in this chapter we are going to discuss about this problem and how the social scientists have analyzed or seen this problem. And because this poverty, what are the trends, what do we mean by poverty line, and what are the causes of poverty, as well as anti-poverty measures that government has taken in our country will also be discussed. And then chapter ends with that now poverty does not mean only those who have no food, clothes, shelter, health and education, but it also means that if people are discriminated, they are not they are facing inequality or unequal treatment, then also means the term poverty has been broadened and now it is defined or called as human poverty. How humans, we all are humans, but some are discriminated on various grounds and they are not given equal opportunity and equal treatment in the society. So in this first I am going to discuss that what is poverty and how we are going to define this term. So poverty is of course a situation or a state in which poor people or many people, as I have told you that one fourth of India's population suffering from poverty and they do not have proper shelter, regular work, nutritious food or proper food, and they are living in unhygienic environment. In one room rented house they are living. They are sleeping on the pavement or footpath. Their children are roaming about. They are not going to school and not getting any type of education. And above all, what we say that they are living with a sense of hopelessness and they are ill treated everywhere. So what we see that nobody wants to live in poverty, because due to poverty they are ill treated, they are discriminated, they face several challenges in their life and they are unable to fulfill the basic needs of the family. Basic needs means food, clothes, shelter, health, education. Means they are not able to access clean and safe drinking water for themselves and the family. They have no access or they are unable to get proper sanitation facilities. So in this way what we see that in India, in our country, out of every 4 people, 1 people is poor. So largest number of poor people, they are concentrated or living in India, because as we know that India is placed second in terms of population, and we have crossed 1 billion mark, and our population is 1,037 crore people. So in this chapter you will go through 2 typical cases which deals poverty, ki how the poor people are living in rural area and in urban area. First, let me tell you what is poverty and who are the people, those who are facing this problem or those who are living in this situation. So poverty is a situation in which many people are unable to fulfill their basic minimum needs: food, clothes, shelter, health, and education, and they are unable to access clean and safe drinking water. They are not sending their children to a school. They themselves have never been to a school, and so they are also keeping their children in same disadvantaged state. So now, so poor people, they can be seen all around us. They are the children on the road. They are the children working in dhabas and in tea stalls. Means when they should have gone to school, they are going to work and earn money for the family and for their own living. Then the beggars, the pavement dwellers, the hawkers, the rickshaw pullers, the construction site daily wage workers, the landless laborer, these are the people, those who suffer and unable to fulfill even their basic minimum needs. So they will be called poor. This beggars, construction workers, children working in dhabas and factories and in tea stalls, then pavement dwellers, rickshaw pullers, etc. So two typical cases have been given here. One is urban case and the second one is rural case. So urban case, it shows that a person named Ram Saran, he is a daily wage worker in Ranchi, Jharkhand, and there he manages to earn only 1500 rupees in a month, and that he earns when he gets employment. And it means that the work that he is doing in the wheat flour mill is not regular, and when he gets work he is able to earn, and when he does not, he is unable to fulfill his daily needs. And in his family there are 4 children, one his wife, and he also has to send money to his parents living in a village, and one brother of Ram Saran also depends on him for his daily needs. So in this way, what we see that poverty is of course a challenge, and many people, they are unable, they are deprived of the basic needs in their irregular income, or sometimes they do not earn and they beg for their living. So Ram Saran lives in Hazaribagh, means in Ranchi, and there he manages to earn only 1500. His father, a landless laborer, he depends on Ram Saran, and his brother also, who lives in Hazaribagh, he also for his living, for his survival, depends on his brother Ram Saran. So Ram Saran lives in a one-room rented house in a crowded basti in the outskirts. Outskirts means outer part of the city, and it is a temporary house or the room in which he is living with his family. His wife Santa Devi, she also works so that the family could get his basic needs, and he works as a part-time maid in several houses. There she manages to earn another 800 rupees. But his elder son, who is only 10 years old, he also works in a tea stall, and there he gets 300 rupees. And in this way, his wife and his elder son is also supplementing the family income. And altogether, the earning is less than 3,000. And his elder daughter, she takes care of the younger siblings at home. None of the children go to school. Why? Because the income is so less that even 2 times meals they are unable to afford or buy from that income. So they have only 2 pairs of hand-me-down clothes. It means once they have put on and the other one is drying or it is wet. New ones are bought only when the old one becomes unbearable. Shoes are luxury for them, and that we see all around us. Many people, those who are living in hutments, jugis, etc., and their children are roaming all around without any shoe, without oil, without proper clothes, dirty and torn clothes. So they have no access to health care when they fall ill. Means if they fall ill, they are unable to go or visit to the doctor and buy the medicine. So in this way, their life is slowly passing away. Now the second case is rural case, and in this rural case same type of situation prevails. What we see that Lakha Singh belongs to a small village near Meerut in Uttar Pradesh, and his family does not own any land. It means that Lakha Singh is a landless laborer, and so he works for the in the farm or in the land of the big farmers. Work is erratic, means work is irregular, uneven, and so his income is also not fixed, it is also uneven. At times they get paid rupees 50 for a hard day's work. Means when the story was written that time, means 10 years back, he was paid only 50 years for the hard day's work, and that 50 rupees, and sometimes not always he was paid in cash. Sometimes he was given wheat or dal or even vegetables for toiling in the farm through the day. Toiling means bringing the items or from market to the farm or farm to the market. The family has 8 members, and cannot always, they are unable to manage 2 meals a day. Lakha lives in a kacha hut on the outskirts of the village. As in the urban case also, you saw that the Ram Saran was living in a 1-room rented house which was temporary sack built. So just like him, Lakha is also living in the village in a temporary or a hut. And the women of the family spend the day chopping fodder and collecting firewood. Means the lives of these people are very difficult, and anyhow they are just surviving or managing to for their sustenance. They are working from morning till night. And his wife throughout the day she works chopping fodder and collecting firewood in the fields. His father a TB patient. Lakha Singh's father is suffering from TB, tuberculosis, and he passed away 2 years ago due to lack of medication. Means Lakha Singh could not take his father or visit with his father to the doctor, and because of the not getting proper medication, Lakha Singh's father passed away 2 years back. And his mother now suffers from the same disease, because TB is a very infectious disease. So Lakha Singh could not be diagnosed or given proper medication. That is why his wife is also suffering with the same disease. And life is slowly passing away. Ebbing away means passing away, going on, means time and tide waits for none. So although the village has a primary school, but Lakha never went there. Means the village has a primary school, but Lakha never went there, never got any education. And he had to start earning when he was 10 years old. So what we see that majority of the poor family, they start earning at very early age, because of not having proper means in the family for the sustenance or for fulfill their basic necessities. So new clothes happen only once in a few years. Even soap and oil are a luxury for the family. So only the basic minimum needs that is essential for their survival they are anyhow managing. Otherwise no other needs they are able to afford with their meager or small income. So after going through the 2 cases, what we saw that following problems are or issues are related with poverty. Number 1, landlessness. Poor people are having very difficult situation or difficult life they are living in village, because they do not own any land, and they work on bigger landlords farm where they are paid less, or they are ill treated or not paid always properly. Number 2, there is unemployment. Means the work that they get on the field, it is not regular, and they faces seasonal unemployment, and other types of unemployment is also there, because opportunities are not available. Then size of family is also bigger, because they have no awareness, they do not know that if they will have more children, how they will fulfill the need. So they have no other amusement, no other engagement, so they keep more children, so the size of families are also larger or bigger. Illiteracy, none of the children, as we have seen in both cases, they are going to a school and they start working at very early age to supplement the family's income, and anyhow just they survive. Poor health and malnutrition, because in their low income they are unable to buy the proper food or nutritious food, so nutrition is not available there in their menu or food that they have. So the children suffer from poor health and malnutrition. Child labor is there, because when the at the age when they should have gone to a school, they go to work and bring money to the family, so they become very mature at very early age. Helplessness, above all they are helpless, they do not know how to improve their situation. In this way we have seen that poverty is a very big challenge for the country, and many programs, and next in my next video I will discuss the next topic with you all. Thank you everyone.